Tak nak. Sini bukan betul. Tak nak. Don't. Hello everyone, I'm Farah and welcome to What's the Food? It's all about real stories from real people in the food industry. Have you ever wondered how digitalization can transform the food system? Today we'll talk to the brain of the company who is responsible in digitalizing all the manual processes within the supply chain, from order processing to shipping, logistics, order management and many more. Want to know who and what are we doing today? Let's go find out.
Hi, I'm Arno. I'm DPO International Chief Technology Officer. I'm in charge of creating the roadmap for technology and aligning it with the mission and the vision within the company.
So Arno, we'll talk about ICT, right? The first thing that popped up in my mind is coding. So can you explain more about ICT division? But first I want to know, what do you do first thing in the morning when you come to work?
Actually, the first thing I do when I arrive is quickly enjoy a cup of coffee before all hell breaks loose. Every day there are challenges. Every day we can't foresee which ones we'll have to solve. Within the company and within the team, I see myself as a glue. Not the super type that holds tightly everything together, but more like a tape roll that brings in different members depending on the problem that need to be solved. Actually, these are not the major issues that I solve. Most of them are process related and therefore they need to bring in the stakeholders that are part of this process, discuss with them what needs to change to be able to come up with a solution to improve the efficiency or how they work with our systems.
Okay, so can you share with me how many projects that you and your team are working on at once?
We're definitely working on multiple projects. Each of those is having a different impact on a different division, on different users within the business. Big part of my day is actually sitting with the users to get their requirements and to understand what is the problem that they are facing. Making sure that in the end, the solution we come up with is aligned with the expectations and the directions that the company wants to go.
So how does ICT support other divisions?
In my opinion, IT inside DPO has two core roles. The first one is actually to support the users, which I see as our customers. We have to make sure that everyone can keep doing their job and that everything is running smoothly. On the second part, we have to think about strategy to basically align with the mission and the vision of the company. This means that we speak with the users, we get their input, and we understand their pains and problems. One of the biggest difficulties is that we have a big blind spot. We don't know what we don't know, and we have to make sure that we ask the right questions to be able to understand the problem fully.
Okay, Arnaud, in the process of food protection and security, one of the important aspects is the tracking along the delivery process as well as the logistics and warehousing. So I understood that this is where we develop our own system called DMS and WMS.
Yeah, correct. We actually also have an OMS. One of the core things for DPO is distribution, and that's also the reason why we choose to build this system in-house. We consider that ultimately this will be a competitive advantage, because an ERP or another system does not allow the flexibility for all the different business models that we have. We have one single point of entry, which is our OMS system, and from there, based on rules and credit control and these kind of things, orders can flow through to be processed in WMS and then ultimately delivered via DMS, our distribution system.
So I bet digital transformation makes the system more vulnerable to hackers. So how do you overcome this issue?
Anything you digitalize comes with opportunities and threats. And on the one side, you have everything that can be more transparent, can be shared, can visualize. But on the other hand, it becomes vulnerable. If your system is hacked, everyone can access it. So what do we do is you have as much as possible an up-to-date system. Just like your car that needs maintenance in order to keep running, an IT system needs to be patched up. Your computer has Windows updates and all these kind of things. On our side, we have the same, plus other things to take care of. So there is a continuous effort happening of patching, upgrading to make sure that this does not happen or is as little as possible.
How long have you been in this industry and why are you so passionate about technology?
I've always been close to technology as a kid. I love challenges and things that are complex. And I love that in DPO you have all this complexity for different types of business that have to work together, that you have the different channels that we work in. So all these things run in parallel, they all need to fit in one system. And that's really what drives me. I do believe that for a lot of problems, technology is part of the solution and
Yep.
of the answer. Yeah, like we were talking about the food industry, there are still a lot of things that can happen. Yeah, technology is a bit like catching a dream. Yeah, you can make things that you're only imagining come reality, little by having the use of technology. So it opens doors and it creates opportunities, and there's so much still that can be done with it.
The pandemic, which the world is still recovering from, has brought technology closer to human lives personally and professionally. The changes have been massive and faster than anyone could have imagined or prepared for. In DPO International, where food services span over multiple countries at once, reliable, fast, and safe solutions are needed. And Arnold's role is very crucial in delivering just that through the digitalization of food supply chain. Remember, ICT is not just about coding, okay? If you want to know more about real stories from real people in the food industry, stay tuned for the next episode of What the Food? Bye!